Been a while since I made one of these, so this is an updated tour of my tiny modern 500 square foot smart home that has over 50 smart devices built into it. Before we get into the tour here, every single device you see in my smart home is fully controlled through Apple HomeKit, so I can control it from anywhere in the world using Siri or any one of my Apple devices. Let's get into it. So starting off in the entryway here, we have my August smart lock. This thing works great and it looks great. Up beside the lock, we have this wireless Xiaomi button. When I push this, it shuts down the entire house. All the lights turn off, the thermostat turns off, the TVs turn off, the music stops playing. As I'm leaving the house, I just tap this button and I'm ready to go. If I double tap it when I'm coming home, it'll start music playing throughout the entire house. Then we come into the entryway, little coat closet here, nothing exciting. Here we have these little IKEA shoe cabinet things that work really great. Then we have the lighting. Every single light in this home is fully controlled by smart home. Most of them are using these smart switches, what can be physically controlled like a regular switch or controlled via voice. Then we have the thermostat. This is the Mysa thermostat. It controls the baseboard heat in the living room. And that brings us to the bedroom through this barn door. One of the things you'll notice is every single door and window has one of these contact sensors to help trigger automations in my smart home, whether doors are open and closed. First smart device we have in the bedroom are these little bedside lamps. These are just regular IKEA lamps that they're plugged into a smart plug, so we have full control. Turning around here, we have the TV that's obviously running an Apple TV, router and Raspberry Pi running Homebridge there in the corner. On this stack of sweaters here, we have an Apple HomePod that's used to talk to using Siri, so I control my smart home with just my voice. It also acts as a great speaker to play music when I'm jamming around the house. We have this fan here that's plugged in directly to a smart plug, so again, we have full smart home control. And then the main lights in the room, which are just controlled by a smart light switch. Then in the corner of the room here, we have our Miro Smart Essential Oil Diffuser. This is great for humidity automations, and it just smells really good. Panning over here to the closet, we've got, again, a smart door sensor up here that detects when the closet door is open and closed and automatically turns the light on and off. Down here on the side of the bed, we have yet another wireless smart button. This one controls the bedside lamps when I press it, so I have really easy manual control over those, as well as I can double tap this and it will shut down the entire house when I'm in bed, so I don't need to triple check that all the lights are off. We also, of course, have the pressure sensor that lives under my bed to detect whether or not I'm in or out of bed, the heated blanket that preheats my bed when I get in there every morning, as well as a Miro's LED strip that runs underneath the bed frame to give this really cool underglow lighting. Then up here, we have this lovely little cutout that passes natural daylight into my bedroom, a really great solution to a bedroom without a window. Coming back out of the bedroom and wandering into the main room, turning towards the kitchen, first thing you'll see here is my coffee setup. This setup is the only non-smart item in my home. I really enjoy making coffee manually. The kitchen lights are once again controlled by a smart light switch, so we have full control over them. Up top here, you will see my IR blaster. This is effectively a universal remote I control with my smartphone that controls my TV and my soundbar over there. We have a TP-Link security camera that I'm testing out that's been working great so far. All Whirlpool Wi-Fi connected appliances, which we can control with Apple HomeKit, do things like preheat the oven, set a timer on the microwave, whatever you need. We also have my smart sink here, which I can tap to turn on and off, or command Siri to pour me certain volumes of water. And then for the days where I do want coffee quick, I can use my Nespresso machine that I've hacked to connect to HomeKit to pour myself a coffee even before I get out of bed. Up underneath the cabinets here, we have a Miro's light strip, which works fantastic. Just plugged in here, down on the regular outlet. This is coupled with the smart light switch, so when I turn on and off the kitchen lights, you'll see that the under cabinet lighting responds at the same time. So one switch and I have automatically integrated under cabinet lighting. Another thing that I have in every single room is one of these occupancy/motion sensors. This detects when I wake up in the morning and walks in the room and triggers a whole bunch of different automations. It'll also do things like shut off all the lights when I'm not in the room, so I'm not wasting power. You'll also see these NFC tags all over the space. They have a bunch of different automations. This one, for example, sets a timer for when I'm making my coffee. I've got this really nice custom island here. I get a lot of questions on this thing. My dad built it for me from scratch, so unfortunately you can't buy it anywhere. That brings us over to the blinds. These are my new ULAC smart blinds. They, of course, can be controlled fully through Siri or with the remote that comes with them. These things are amazing. I love them so much. The windows also all, like I said, have sensors on them, so I can detect whether or not they're open or closed and trigger a whole bunch of automations on them. Down here under the couch, we have my smart vacuum. He hides under there and comes out when I command him. Of course, also tied into Siri. This is super helpful and a great way to keep him out of sight and out of mind. That brings us over here to the living room where we have this IKEA lamp with smart bulbs in it. Those smart bulbs are automated to this light switch here. So even though they're smart bulbs, I still have full manual control over them to turn it on and off. Next to that lamp, we have the TV here, of course, with an Apple TV with the dynamic LED lights behind it from Litme. These things are super cool. Soundbar underneath that and a subwoofer behind the couch. Up here, then, we have our Govee Glide wall lamp. This thing is super cool. Not only is it a good lighting solution, but it's also great for notifications. This thing has a bunch of different colors and flashes that it'll do for me if certain things are happening in my smart home, like a timer's going off or something. Here we have my IKEA pegboard, which is a great accent piece and actually super functional. This IKEA lamp here is once again tied into a smart plug, so I have full control over it. Standing desk from Vivo, little IKEA shelf there, and my beloved NZXT H1 build here. This is also a totally seamless setup that will work with my MacBook as well when I plug it in. And again, we have our HomePod here for music and voice control. Lastly, that brings us around and into the bathroom, which has a surprising amount of smart devices. Hello? Once again, the lights are controlled via a smart light switch. When you walk in, you will see a motion detector here. This detects whether or not I'm in or out of the bathroom and does things like control the heat as well as the light, of course. Up here in the corner, we have a humidity sensor that tells whether or not I'm showering. And again, I could trigger automations off of that. Turning around here, we have the little vanity and sink, very nice, black and white, blah, blah, blah. We've got our washer and dryer, which have NFC tags on them to help trigger timers and a few other automations, as well as this vibration sensor, which detects whether or not they're on or off. Anyway, that's a super brief tour of my tiny little smart home. I skipped over a lot of stuff there for the sake of speed, but if you have any questions at all or want me to dive a little bit deeper into anything, let me know and I'll happily do so. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Bye-bye.